difficult for you? Because we've heard stories of how some people would want to do just the way that you've done it, but the other party just finds ways of making things difficult. Or was it just someone that understood?
Okay, so for me, I didn't really care. I was done. So whatever contribution he wanted to contribute or not contribute didn't matter to me. I gave the options. There's a phone. When you want to call them weekends. They will pick up their call. So if you call, if you don't call, I'm not bothered. When the kids come and say, oh, I've not spoken to my dad, you've not spoken to him. Maybe he's busy, he traveled, he's doing something. I don't even show it. I'm like, he's busy, he will call you. And if he stays long to call them, Priscilla will not pick up her call. And then he will call me and say, Priscilla is not picking up. I say, hey, what's my own? Don't you have a number? Do you understand? I'm like, okay, sorry, I was busy. Then he gives his explanations to them. I don't explain anything to them. You know, I allow them have their relationship the way he wants to have it with them.
So you just what I'm getting from you, Iyabo, is that you focus more on you. How you behave. You're not really interested in how he's behaving, what he's doing. It's about how you're raising the kids and giving them access. I love that, because that for me is very profound. But there's a question that was in my head. Do you miss marriage, and would you like to have that ring back on?
I don't miss marriage. You'd
rather not. You'd rather not.
I'm too independent. That's my problem. And God has just blessed me for now with a man who is also very independent. So we just, like, we align.
Please explain to us that relationship. We'll come to Polo in a second, but that, because we understand why it's relationship. She's the partner, they come in, they go weekend.
She travels.
Yeah, they travel together, they know each other's in-laws.
Every weekend.
So how is it with you? Do you guys have days you come to each other where you have days?
Okay, so for me, because of the way I work, I'm such a workaholic. And he's also a workaholic. That's Igbo man. He likes to work. For me, there are times I just want to be alone. So if I want to be alone, I pack my bag. Babe, I go to my house. Okay, baby, bye-bye.
No quarrel.
No quarrel. Because he knows, he understands that. I can tell him I'll see you in 5 days. And then maybe after 3 days, I can appear again. And sometimes I'll take my 5 days. It depends on how busy, or even add 2 extra days. But we never fight over that, because he understands. Because even though we might not be together in the same place, we communicate a lot. And him also, we pack his bag and say, baby, like last year, baby, I know they're around for like 7-8 months. I did go work. You know, so I get my container for this. I get London this, because he has businesses in Dubai, London, and America. And I have to go. Bye-bye. But anytime there's an open ticket for me.
Yes, you can always be like, what a life.
Even his birthday, I was supposed to fly, but I couldn't because of my movie promotion. There's an open ticket. Anytime, any day, I can fly down to go and see him. And if I don't go, he understands that I'm busy.
What if he proposes to you? Will you marry him?
We don't want marriage. We just don't want marriage. That's another difference.
What's the difference?
There's difference.
You're committed to
take your bag and go for 6 months.
Because you see why
that question, I want that question. Let's have a call. I want that question. Hello, good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to the ladies.
Yes, good morning. You're welcome to the show, sir. Go ahead, please.
I have been listening to you, and I want to say that it's like your view. You are emphasizing on the issue of breakup, separation, and all that. I don't think this is proper. What is the ideal will of God for you? Whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, what is God's ideal purpose for marriage? Our forefathers, we never heard of divorce, separation. Why? Today, we have allowed social media, internet, television to bring all this confusion into our lives. All that we are discussing. My mother never had all these problems. It didn't mean she was 100% happy with my father. They had a way of settling things, and they were always together until death do them part. Even when they were not Christians. But today, we claim to be Christians,
your father was not violent.
Muslim, yet we can't keep marriage. We are full of pride. That's why we cannot submit to our husband. Husband cannot love their wife as God expects. And so all you have is separation, and all that. And I'm talking about the effect on children and all the rest of that. See, I expect you women to think of how we can go back to how our forefathers did this thing with less problems. So that our society will be better off.
Thank you very much,
People who brought up children are creating problems in our society.
Yeah. I want to say something.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Yes, okay. I do want to respond to him. So, number one, maybe he was lucky to have a father that was not violent. And so, obviously, if there are other things, because when you take violence away and you take, you know, some emotional trauma away, neglect. So maybe you had a good dad. And we still have marriages who they are still together till tomorrow because either the two spouses are perfect for each other. So you cannot project that on other people. You cannot say a woman who's been battered day and night. Even some men get battered otherwise. Do you understand? To remain in the marriage and die in the marriage because our forefathers stayed in their marriage. You don't know what they went through while they were there. You don't know what happened.
One of the things that we've always emphasized on this show is that everybody's view should be heard.
Yes.
If you are in a happy marriage, you are heard, you are encouraged. If you are in a traumatic situation, you are helped and tooled, given the tools to survive and thrive outside. So we are not here to say everybody should get divorced. We're not enabling broken homes. We're not enabling division in families. We are enabling strong, happy marriages, strong, happy singles, strong single parents, like each
happy relationship.
At the end of the day, the result is the same. We're looking for successful children and wealth, and we both on both ends, you can still get it.
And if you actually listen to the conversation that she had, she was giving tools to help single parents raise wholesome children despite the traumas they've gone through. So how could you hear that conversation and pick out divorce as the tip you were getting, as opposed to the fact that we are helping single people
late because when we're talking about...
Okay, let me take this call. I have to come to you back. BB Chairman, I think. Thanks for calling. Hello, you're live.
Hello. Good
yes,
morning.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Yes, I just got in. I saw your conversation. I saw the topic.
Yes,
so
sir.
I appreciate your handwork.
Thank you, sir.
And the anchor lady, yes, it's nice what I'm getting. But I will not be happy if this is just for television's sake. I greet Ojo. I enjoy her films.
Thank you,
but
sir.
I believe more should be said about what you people are discussing there.
Okay.
Okay. More on what, sir?
I'm a Igbo man, and I know what is at stake. I'm even happy that Iyabo is going out with an Igbo man.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about this Igbo man.
Yes, I know.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
We have a caller waiting. Latifa, thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, honestly, I'm enjoying. Can you guys hear me?
Very clearly. Go ahead.
I beg, I will speak Pidgin English for this one.
Go ahead.
I don't know why anytime when they talk this kind of topic for Nigeria and Africa as a whole, men to the first.
Yes.
When they see single mother. And at the end of the day, majority of our majority of our women, they know they enjoy marriage. Now last month they talk of those days. Our father, they do this. And our mother suffer. 85% of our mother went through hell for marriage. So I don't know whether they use a best for single mothers. Now that it's due to divorce, but that's a situation where you go work, come out, and you go take care of the responsibility. Honestly, as just they talk of she not got the bad side, though. She not come on the sweet side. She comes through a lot. So please, men should encourage women. They should stop bullying women. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, honestly, what she said is in line with what I was going to say, because I really wanted to address that particular caller. And I'm going to be as kind and as graceful as I can be. You know, I feel that men are, that rhetorics like that, narratives like that, comes from a place of fear. Men understand how important and powerful and enjoyable for them marriage is. And when you now create a reality where a woman does not need to be with a man, it scares them because they understand the benefits. And many of the other times where they listen to this sort of stories, where you find them more empathetic or compassionate is if you say, when the woman left the house, then she suffered. Then she was not happy. Then they'll be like, oh,
it's only a lazy woman that will suffer.
Those sort of things. So that is what they are used to. That is what they would prefer. But now, I just want men to listen, you know. I would like us to do like a gradual mindset shift. And I don't completely blame Nigeria men, just what you've heard over and over the years. But as of today, we need to start thinking differently. When you hear a story like Iyabo Ojo's story, it should be that a woman did not give up. She did not give up on her children. The reason she got up and she was doing everything is to make sure that these children would have a good life. Because if she had given up, the story would be bad 3 ways, I mean 4 ways, the man, the wife, and the children. So when you hear stories like that, it's to encourage her, you know, and understand that this is someone who is doing it in spite of the issues. A lot of men will tell you, my mother didn't say this, my mother went through this. The truth is, many men don't know what their mothers are going through in their homes.
Or went through.
Or went through. Many daughters actually know. The thing is, they pay attention, they ask some questions, they now go on to a man's house, and when they are going through some issues, they go back to their mother, and the mother say, you see what you think you're going through today? I went through it times 10. But you, the man, it's unlikely that you know, because Nigerian women don't talk to you.
They know.
Mothers don't tell you.
They know.
And so you have this story in your head that this is not how my mother went through it. And if you even recognize that your mother was unhappy, why would you want another woman to go through that unhappiness? So finally, for me, this conversation is when single women talk about what they have gone through, it's also for the men to see what can we do better while being married so that we don't create a single mother situation.
Let me take Yakub, who's been holding for a minute. Good morning, Yakub. Thanks for calling. You're live.
It's not for a minute, it's more than that.
Somebody was talking.
Good morning, Madam Iyabo Ojo.
Good morning, sir.
First I give you kudos for the step that you took. And it is unfortunate that more than 10 years your view has been on here. Some people still look at this very particular program that every one of us benefit on daily basis, and says what the first caller demands. That was saying that your field is promoting something I don't want to mention. For me, you see, the truth must be seen here. I don't know, the man, is it trying to tell us that if a woman or a lady is passed through her in her marriage, it should stay until God kills? Is that what he's trying to say? Okay, now, why I give kudos to Iyabo Ojo this morning that I picked a very important in our statement that make sure that they know.
Yakub, I can't hear you again. The network is really bad. I'm so sorry.
I was talking about preventing the kids from knowing the
Okay, it's clearer now. Okay.
Hello?
Go ahead, Yakub.
Okay,
please round up.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say in essence is that I give kudos to Iyabo Ojo for her not to let the children know what is going on between her and her head. Because it is a great job that she did. Good morning and God bless you guys.
Thank you very much. We have to wrap up on this because but there's something Nima always says that I'll come to you, Nima, that you know we can all talk about parenting all we want, but until you get your report card,
so
you have no So all of us, we are still in the stage where having teenagers, young adults. We never get report card. You are getting your report card because your daughter is grown. She's about to get married. You're about to hand her over. So when you wait,
my son is going for his master's.
So we are seeing
living the life.
So when we see a report card like that from someone like
you can't argue with results. You can't argue with results.
Yes.
Come and show me your own.
He just got his admission.
Let me let you wrap this segment up.
I say what Morayo says, but as you were talking, I'm still feeling a bit, because just this week, a petty trader friend of mine told me she was separated, and I saw her just last time when first time was to start, how she's toiled and toiled. She's roasting corn, selling bolly, selling everything, and I know the man. He's so constantly in the bar, drunk, with dragging him. He doesn't pull his weight. And her first child, who was supposed to be conscious of everything the mother is doing, whose admission I had to drop my tax card for in Lagos State schools. I saw the mom. We couldn't even achieve it. I had to pay for that tax clearance. You know, just walked out of the house saying, I'd rather be with my dad than my mom over a correction. And I'm wondering, when you share that you protect the kids, this story, I know yours results, or can't argue results, there are women who might need to sit down
and tell them.
And tell their kids the truth.
Okay,
that's the thing. So
you know what? My kids, it's not like they grew up, they understand now. Now they start to hear little of the stories, this and that. Still can't tell them a lot. Still will tell them some. It's my own decision to keep their mindset good. Right. Their dad was not like the most terrible person in the world. Everybody has their own fault. I had mine, he had his, right? But at the end of the day, he's in their life. And once in a while now, I'm sure him and Festus, I don't know what goes on. I don't even care. I don't know whether they support each other. I don't know what's happening. But I know that they are good with him. For me, I took everything that was wrong. Everything that was wrong. And I turned it around and made it good. It was a decision. Because you see, we need to understand that we are just guidance. We are guidance to our children. Their father, to me, is that man up there in heaven, who is God. And he has sent them through me, using someone, because I can't have the baby alone, to have this child. And he has given me the job, right? And there is no way that you will struggle to take care of your kids, that God will not bless you. A lot of people, the problem we have most times is that a lot of single women are afraid to take risks. Then a lot of them is like, what would the society say? If I sell pure water, if I sell this. If I'm going to tell my story and write my book one day, I've done so many business. So many. I have never in my life stayed without doing business ever since I had my kids. Before I had my kids, I've always hustled. And sometimes everything might not add up. And God will bring people to me that just look and say, oh, I just want to bless you. I have seen someone who has greeted me one time and said, yeah, your children way back then. I said, oh, they're fine, they live with me. Your kids live with you? I'm like, yes. Oh, really? The two of them live with you? But the impression I have about you is that you are this, you are that, you are this. I was like, it's not only my 2 children that live with me. At that time, I think I had 3 more. I had 5 kids living with me. Really? I was like, okay, please, if you don't mind, I would like to send some stuffs down. And the person sent his driver the next day with a lot of food provisions. Wow. Do you understand? Bag of rice, yam.
That's how God shows up for people.
Do you understand? And I will tell you that from that day, I started buying bag of rice in my house till today. I stopped buying garawa or dirika. From that day, I said, this bag of rice, I'm going to continue to buy it forever, and I've been buying it. Determination.
I have Lawrence on the call. Nicole, Lawrence, our final call on this segment. Lawrence, are you there? Sorry for keeping you from Abuja. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm talking as an experienced person. I'm a single father.
Okay.
Oh.
A single father. Go ahead.
With my son, strange and funny. Yeah, I'm talking from an experience. I was actually married before, and I lost my wife 2018.
Oh.
We're together for 20 years.
So sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no kids, and I mourned her for some time, then I still got married to. I ran into another girl, and they didn't just get married to that one. And,
ran into.
The good thing that one had my first time for me, which will be 5 years this month. He has left me for about a year plus now.
Wow.
The second one. Yeah, the second one. Yeah, the second one. And it has not been funny. We actually moved out with the girl, with my daughter. She's younger, much younger. I'll be 60 this year. And she's just 30-something, because I felt my reason of going for a younger lady, I thought, if I'm getting old, and my previous marriage, there was no child. I said, let me get a younger. So when I'm getting older, she could take care of the child, you know. That was my reason, and I felt it was a good enough reason. But I never knew that, these younger girls, they somehow, they are influenced by so many things.
Yeah.
My friends, by even social media, so many things. I think that's what I saw, and she left. So the experience of it is not a good one. That's not a good one. Yeah. Not a good one.
Thank you very much.
My daughter, my daughter is not with me here, but I'm getting on, and we have moved on. We've actually moved on.
I'm getting.
So
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lawrence.
Can
I take a few comments and then we wrap up.
Said from I'm in this situation too. I raised my children and they're all doing well. I'm super grateful to God for these children He gave me. Like that man called in, he should just be grateful. I will be 62 this month, but I thank God for everything. I have grandchildren. People who are in the situation who are not in the situation cannot understand.
Exactly.
But all is well. I pray that one day God will grant me grace to meet you. Okay, she's very fun.
We have to wrap up.
I want to quickly say one thing. A lot of mothers or parents, do you understand, should get to understand that raising your children is not like, how I put it, a lot of people raise their kids with expectation that those children should be 100% loyal to you alone and not love their father, or if it's the man, not love their mother. There's blood running in their veins. Do you understand? They have a right as a child to love the other person. Because things didn't go well with you and that person does not mean that the child must not, you must rob that child from having a relationship with the father. It is, nobody forced you to marry the man. Nobody forced you to get pregnant. And when you do, take that responsibility to know that if it goes south, you have to double up and stand on your feet and take care of them. And don't care whether they go back to them, because at the end of the day, your joy is that your kids turn out right. Because, my darling, my sisters, the joy of seeing your children turn out right is more than $1 billion. Yeah. I mean, to keep you honey forever.
Oh my God. You know, I think how I want to wrap this up, I think what I got from this conversation, when society tells you that you should stop having intimacy or sex at a certain age, don't listen to them, because we see a YK here who inspires us. Listen, I am young, I'm over 60, I'm enjoying life.
Yeah.
We see a woman here, society says, oh, if you're a single mother, you can't raise successful children. We say, no, look at Iyabo Ojo. She has raised wholesome children, and she's successful, even at Yeni too. We have it ahead. So I think one of the reasons why we do this show is to bring different perspective. There's a school of thought we know, we are raised with, we understand. There's another school of thought which can give you the same result, and we're asking that understand it exists. So that's what we're trying to say here. Let's go.
The end justifies the means. The end is that all of us are happy.
All of us are happy, and our children are good.
And your kids are not happy, you can never be happy.
Very short break. When we come back, we'll focus on the movie that our guest has produced. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
thanks for staying with us. So we still have our guest, who is a woman of many successful paths. She's a highly rated film actress, top-notch movie director, producer per excellence. She's a prominent rights activist and a successful entrepreneur. She's a producer of the blockbuster movie currently setting the pace in the cinemas nationwide, Labake Olododo, which is the Warrior Lord. Welcome with us, the latest mother-in-law in town.
Yay! Iyabo Ojo loaded. 17th of April, shutting it down.
So we got announced here, so we have our invite.
Definitely, I will send it.
Hi.
Ashwebi has finished since 3 weeks ago. But I will send it.
Anyways, tell us about the movie.
Labake Olododo, the Warrior Lord. It's a story I had about 9 years now. I had it just in my head. I wanted to write a story about a very strong woman, you know, a female warrior. And I started building the story in my head gradually. And about 7 years ago, I wanted to produce it. Then we're still doing DVD, I think. So, but thank God, me and the marketer then we're going back and forth on the cost and all that. And then we didn't eventually shoot it, thank God. And I kept it in my head until recently. Was it like 2 years ago? Woman King.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I went for the, you know, movie premiere with all my costumes. I think I even won best dress and all that, you know. And I watched the movie and I was like, oh my God, I have a story similar. And I was like, I think this is the time for me to shoot this movie. And I just called up my team. I said, I'm inspired by Woman King. I have a story similar, not the same storyline, but, you know, about a female warrior. And I really want to tell it and go all out.
So the trailer,
and that was it.
The trailer is out there, and I was expecting, you know.
Talk about the trailer. Let me just play. I think we have it trailer. Let's watch it. Let's see the trailer.
Kamak Baro. Mo rẹwà nínú aṣọ yìí.
Ibo ti rí.
Ìkan nínú àwọn olùkọ́ iléèwé ló fi ta mí lọ́rẹ.
Arẹwà obìnrin ogun alágbára ìlú kò sí. Wọ́n máa retí àǹfààní láti jọ ní ìbáṣepọ̀ tó dánmọ́rán.
Arẹwà ọkùnrin ni Jaiye ọba. Mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ dénúdénú.
Ó Làbákẹ́. Ṣó ṣe ṣe kémi àti ẹmọ pàdé mọ́.
Adé bọ́ lájọṣepọ̀ lábẹ́ òrùlé mi.
Ogun tí mi ò mọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ kí n lọ kúkú.
Ìpín rẹ̀ mọ̀ ni.
Mo fi ọ́ joyè akọ̀gbìn ìlú kò sí Nápòlì lọ. Kábíyèsí ẹyẹ kàánú wa, ọ̀rọ̀ tí bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn kẹ́ máa dà sí oníkàánú.
Wọ́n kó wa lọ́jà, inú fún, ẹ̀dọ̀ fún la fi ń lò.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ẹ ó yọ̀ǹda èmi àtàwọn ọmọ ogun mi.
Ẹ̀ẹ̀kan ni ọmọ Akínkú.
Àjàṣẹ́tẹ̀ là ó jà, wọ́n sì dá òkú ìlú padà. Lónìí ni wọ́n fi hàn án, tẹ́gbọ́n ní túkàrà, túkọ̀rọ̀, kí jẹ́wọ́jẹ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ọ̀bá mi, èmi á jà o. Àjọ̀dún ni ó ní ọ̀sẹ̀ èèyàn. Èmi Làbákẹ́ àní, èmi ọmọ akọ̀tọ́bọ̀ olùjà. Ẹ̀sùn bulẹ̀lẹ̀ ti ṣẹ́wé àṣà, kíyà, ọ̀yà, káwọn dànù.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Hey. Was that real? The last one.
You get to see it in the cinemas.
You were completely lost in that character.
I had to.
I had to ask you if it was you in that.
I had to.
Amazing. I have to tell you, seeing it first thing, what I'm seeing, really beautifully shot. I mean, the pictures, definitely.
And it's even more beautiful when you get to watch it.
Wow. So who are you hoping to inspire from this story?
A lot, everyone. You're going to take something about, you know, something from it when you go, because it talks about love.
Okay.
It talks about betrayal. It talks about trust. You know, it talks about the strength of a woman. It talks about so many things, so many things.
So it also talks about duty, because I saw that you were asking to be relieved of a
Yes, it talks about duty. It talks about dedication, devotion, and a little bit of me in this modern age played out in the movie. She was a strong woman who believed in fighting for her people, you know, and she gave her all. And she was very loyal to her family. She also wanted to please, like she wanted to please every single one. And sometimes, it also teaches us that when you try to please, you can't please everyone. When you try to please everyone, you're going to get burnt, you know, along the line.
So for me, when I heard the name, I was like, no, this one was like, this person, she's a very forthright, honest person, and a warrior. But I know that people have been hailing you like you haven't done a movie in a while. You haven't done a cinema movie in a while. Like this is, how did it feel to put your money into a new project, you know, like trying to do something different? And, you know, there's some established names already. How was your heart? How was your your blood pressure when you were trying to put this together?
My blood pressure was going up and down. It wasn't easy, but one thing I felt worked for me was, I said to myself, yeah, but on this journey, I don't know it alone. I'm not going to just do me alone. I'm going to carry a lot of people along, my team, people I believe in, like Biodun Stevens. I feel she's an amazing director, and I feel she's not even giving her flower enough, you know, because she's really good. And I had a lot of team, you know, people that even though I took a break from the industry, I was still producing, you know, movies. And when I first came back, I started with the YouTube. So I had used that to form my team, you know, some that had worked with me, the new ones, brought everybody together. And I listened. I remembered when we put Sonjo, who actually was the DOP on the set and the editor. I was watching, I was in cinema watching Odu and Dekola's movie. And Funke and I were sitting right next to each other. And there was a shot we saw, and people said, Talo Yashei. And I was like, we said it together. Like, who shot this job? And right there, one of my team was with me, said, oh, it's Sonjo. And I was like, And I said, oh, he's my editor, but not the DOP guy. Funke said, yeah, but you better use this guy as the DOP. And that was it. So I listened to everybody. Biodun Stevens had something to contribute, Alaba Ultimate. A lot of my team had something, you know, even...
It takes a village.
Yes, it takes a village. Even the youngest person on the team, maybe just the chaperone, will come and say, Mama, I think this, and I would listen. So I listened and I took everything that was right from everyone, and we just made a beautiful movie.
I feel like I'm looking at you so gentle. You've been talking gently since, and the person I saw in that movie was like, I had to first, you know, I had to first go stay in the village with my warriors for like, we were there for like 2 weeks to get used to the environment. I had to get dialogue directors. I think I had 2 different dialogue directors. One actually came to stay with me in the house, teaching me how to speak in the Oyo language, you know, reading my script with me. But I wasn't serious at first. I was busy going up and down. I would just tell him, have you eaten? Have they given you everything? I'm coming. You know, but along the line, I just thought, you know what, I had to take this 2 weeks break, go on set, stay there with my warriors, train, learn how to fight. You know, I was going to the gym from day one to build my muscles, you know. So it was a whole lot. But if you want something good, you have to just give it your all, because that's, you know.
Your kids are not in your movies.
Priscilla was actually supposed to be in this movie, but, you know, Priscilla fell in love. I was going back, so fell in love and was going back and forth Tanzania, you know. And she had all that. She's like, Mommy, I'm sorry. And I'm like, don't worry, because even our Yoruba is not that strong. So I was like,
sorry to come back to this Tanzania matter, because when they told you that our boyfriend is from Tanzania, how did you feel? Go all the way. There's nobody in this Nigeria. There's nobody in Nigeria. It's Tanzania.
For me, I embrace all culture and all humans. Maybe because of the way I came into this world. I don't know how God did it, but I have a lot of families from different tribes, you know. So if I start with my mom's side, I would say my mom's mom is from Edo, Benin City. And her dad is from Iyabo Ojo, the Fetuga family. And then when we go to my dad's side, her mom is half Delta, half Igbo. Yes, and then his dad is from Ogun State, right? So my brother married, he has a child with a South African woman. And also, you know, married... where's she from? A Scottish lady. My grandfather married, my 2 grandfathers married different wives. So I have half caste.
United Nations.
I have half caste. United Nations. Do you understand? I have the Muslims, the Hausa from Jos. I think one of our step-grandmother is from the northern part. So I have all these tribes, and I grew up with all these You know, so I was okay. The only thing is that I just had to do my research, you know.
There's a fan here asking me a question. Please, ma, can you ask her that question again? Was that her real breast that you saw?
Go and watch it now.
Was it real? Somebody just said it. It's real.
You have to watch it now.
I saw the trailer and I was thinking in my head that, you know, I was thinking when I saw the knee, I thought it would be shot in the times of the kind of, how would I put it, the
prehistoric times.
Prehistoric African time setting where they had not met any kind of modern Westerners.
Yeah.
And when I saw the full trailer, it was shot in between. What was the idea itself of the story itself? Was there a clash between modernity or Westerners when they were trying to colonize us?
No, so for now, like even if you go to like the village, you go to Oyo State, you still see all these mud houses there. People still live there. People still ride on horses. People still cook with.
So it's still modern. What you call prehistoric is still happening.
It's still happening till today. That's just it's because we are here. That's why we feel like, you know, it's not happening. I mean, you're traveling, you go into the remote areas.
I want
to understand? You see all these mud houses, and you be like, you go to some place, they don't even have electricity.
Wow. My grandfather's living in a mud house, but
they are living.
Yes, for 7-9 years they've not had lights, and they're living. So it's still.
So the movie is showing where, and where? Currently showing.
It's showing in all cinemas. All cinemas.
Within and outside the country, or just in Nigeria for now?
In Nigeria for now, but it's gonna. We're gonna announce UK very soon, I think. Should I announce?
Announce. Our fans are everywhere in the world.
April 25.
Hey! You heard it first on Your View.
Yeah.
Those of you in the UK, you heard it first.
Yeah.
April 25.
We've done something for you people in the UK.
Yes. And in America, we'll show next. I think sometime in May, we'll get a date out.
But right now,
for London.
Congratulations.
Yes,
well done. No, we'll go and watch the movie.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
So I have to wrap up right now, but congratulations and Eku Palemo wedding, and we're hoping that everything goes well. And thank you so much for joining us on the show. We had a blast with you. Hope you come back soon after the wedding.
No problem. No problem. I enjoyed the gist.
We enjoyed it too. That's all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things as we have. We'll see you next week. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow with the Pigeon Ladies, and then we'll see you Monday. Bye for now.